Okay, I learned there is some sign-up bonus of $20,000.
Yeah, some people do receive that. Some of my friends have received like 20,000 sign-on bonus, 15,000 sign-on
Wow.
bonus.
Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is your girl Nurse Momo. Today, once again, I'm hosting a very lovely lady. She's also a nurse and also a YouTuber. She's actually going to introduce herself to us and tell us what she does. And then she's also going to take us through the process on moving to the USA as a psych nurse with a diploma qualification. Welcome, Aida.
Hi, thanks for having me. My name is Nusra, but you can call me Aida. I am a nurse YouTuber. I also have a Telegram page where I answer questions about nursing process to the US and all that. I also do a little bit of everything on my YouTube channel, so you can head to my channel and subscribe.
Okay, Aida, so going straight into today's video, can you kindly share with my viewers the reason why you decided to leave the UK to the US as a psych nurse?
I have personal reasons for wanting to be a registered nurse in the US. So in the US, if you're a registered nurse, you work in the med-surg units and all that. And I also want to do a little bit of med-surg aside the side. So I felt like it will also be a good place. And someone may ask, okay, in the UK, you can do that as well. But in the UK, if you have like an RMN license, you can only work in a psychiatric hospital. Whereas in the US, you would have to take like their nursing exams so that you can be able to be a general nurse. I felt like that was like a good way for me to pursue what like my long-term career goals in terms of nursing. So with the UK visa, you can only do specific things. For instance, if you're a nurse, you can only work as a nurse on your visa because your visa comes as a skilled worker visa, and you're not supposed to be doing other things outside your job, which I felt like if you have the potential to do other things, it kind of captures you in one place that doesn't really help. For the US, once you're done with your contract and you want to do other things, you have the rest of the year. Someone would say that with the UK visa, after 5 years, yes, you can do other things, but after 5 years, you're now supposed to file for your permanent stay and all that. Who knows what happens when you're denied? Then doesn't mean you're going to start the process all over again. But like it's just too much. If you get your green card, you're done with your you're done with your contract. You have, say, if it's 3 years or 2 years, I wouldn't advise anyone to go for like a 5 years contract. It's just too much. But like if you're done with your contract, you can just go ahead and do other things that you want to do. If you want to stop nursing, if you want to do other aspects of nursing, if you want to be an entrepreneur, if you want to do anything, like you have your green card to just do whatever you want to do, provided it's legal.
Okay, Aida, you're a diploma nurse, right? Diploma psychiatric nurse. And then you've practiced in Ghana, you've also practiced in the UK, and then finally in the US, which is a very great achievement, you know. So I wanted to know, like, what's the process of being a diploma nurse, moving from the UK to the US?
Okay, so if you're trying to move to the US as a diploma nurse, especially if you have especially if you did psychiatry, it's a bit complicated because most agencies will require you to have some degree in order to move on with the process. I actually tried CGNFS and I didn't get a good report. Then someone else introduced me to JUICIEST and they did my credential evaluation. So the first step in the process is first getting a credential evaluation institution that will actually do your course by course evaluation to see whether the courses that you did in your school actually matches that of the United States. And if it does, they're going to go ahead and then give you a good report so that you can be able to sit for the NCLEX. So that's the first process.
So after you are done with the accreditation, then you now have to sit for your exam, which is the NCLEX.
Yes, so you need a credential evaluation service, which could be CGNFS, it could be ERES, or it could be JUICIEST. Now, if you do have your degree, you can go ahead and go with CGNFS. Like if you're a midwife or a psychiatric nurse and you've done a degree, you can go ahead and use CGNFS. But if you are a midwife or a psychiatric nurse and you haven't gone ahead to do your degree, just go with ERES or JUICIEST. I don't know why it works that way, but I have tried that and that was what worked for me. I used JUICIEST, and what you do is when you go on their website, you have to create an account. You create an account with them, you register, and you pay the fee. You then have the opportunity to print out the forms on the website, and you send one of the forms to NMC in your home country. So if you're licensed in, say, Ghana, you send one of the forms to NMC Ghana, and then you can also send one of the forms to your school. So when your school or NMC receives a form, they just fill the form and then they mail it directly through courier services to the institution that you have chosen. So if you're working with the JUICIEST, the school has to fill, as I said earlier, fill the form, complete it, and then mail it directly to JUICIEST. Then NMC also have to do their bit by filling their portion and also sending it directly to JUICIEST. So once the organization receives all your credentials, they are going to do the course by course evaluation. I think with your school, they will require you to add your transcripts and your certificates and other things, I think. So the school is supposed to do all that for you. You are not supposed to, So once they receive that, they are now going to go through your transcript, the transcript that the school has sent directly to them, and see if the courses that you did in your school actually matches out of the United States. And if the courses or the hours do match, if the hours do match, then they will allow you to sit for the NCLEX. So that's how it works. So yes, after you have received your CES reports, you would now have to register with a board of nursing. When you say board of nursing, for instance, as you know, we have NMC Ghana. So for instance, if you come to the US, we have, say, New Mexico Board of Nursing. Whichever state that you choose to work in, you go to that state's Board of Nursing. And that's how you register. So you go to the Board of Nursing, also create an online account with them. And you pay the fee. Okay, so once you register with them, they would now let you know what you have to bring to them, their requirements. One of their requirements, so I know they do have 3 requirements. The first one is your CS report, and you've already asked JUICIEST to send them your CS report. So now the organization that did your credentials will just send them your report. And then they'll also require you to bring a fingerprint card to take your fingerprints. And on their website, they're going to specifically tell you where to mail your fingerprint cards to. For some agencies, you have to pay where you're mailing the fingerprint cards to. I use Gemalto, and Gemalto will require you to pay a fee with them before they even receive your fingerprint card. So you mail your fingerprint cards to the agency stated on the Board of Nursing's website. So after they have received your fingerprints, that agency, if it's SBI, Gemalto, or whatever, I don't know what they do with the fingerprints, but they're going to now send the Board of Nursing you have chosen the fingerprints information that maybe we receive the fingerprints and all that. So after the Board of Nursing has received your fingerprints and your CS reports, they would now require you to register with Pearson VUE, and that's the last process. So you register with Pearson VUE, pay Pearson VUE, another registration that you have to pay. So you register with Pearson VUE and pay the fee with Pearson VUE. After you register with Pearson VUE and also pay the fee, they'll now send you your ATT in 2 weeks. And when you say ATT is like your authorization to test. It's some digits. It's a long digit that you use to register for the NCLEX. So now that you received your ATT, you just go on Pearson VUE's website and then book a date for your exams. And that's how it works. Your ATT expires in 6 months. So make sure that when you're doing the process, you are actually studying for the exam, so that once you receive your ATT, you will also be prepared to take the exams. If your ATT, God forbid, expires, you will have to pay all the fees again. If your ATT expires in 6 months, for some Board of Nursing, your registration with them also expires in 6 months. So imagine your registration with Board of Nursing has expired and your ATT has expired. What does it mean? It means that you have to pay your Board of Nursing, pay Pearson VUE again for registration, and pay again for your exams. So so that's it.
So when you say the Pearson VUE, is it an agency? Like, what's the Pearson VUE?
So Pearson VUE is an examination center. They do with nursing exams. They do with other exams too, but I know they do with the NCLEX exams. So that's
So when someone is back home, let's say in Ghana, Nigeria, Asia, whatever, they are able to access the Pearson VUE as well.
Unfortunately, I don't know if Pearson View has a center in Ghana, but I do know that they have a center in India, in London, in South Africa. Yeah, yes.
Okay,
So these centers.
this center. So you have to go there. You have to do it online.
Yeah, so you have to travel to their center. So once you pay,
Okay,
you have the day to travel to the center, and it's a computer-based exam. So you sit in front of the computer and then just answer the questions.
that's the NCLEX. Okay, yeah, yeah, that makes sense now. After you're done with the NCLEX, then you can now look for an employer, or how does it go?
Yeah, so when you're done with the NCLEX, you can now. So what happens is that when you're done with the NCLEX, your board of nursing is going to send you your license. You get a certificate, a
Yeah,
nursing certificate that states that you are licensed to practice in the United States, and it's that
yeah.
license that you can use to search for a job. So
Okay,
once you receive your license, you can go to agencies who do if you want to do if you want agencies that do like direct hire, you can just reach out to those agencies and then let them know that you have the license and the qualification to practice in the US, and yes, they will start with the process for you.
okay, okay. So at what stage do you need your English proficiency test? Is it when you're going to write the exams, or when you're registering with the nursing council?
For some board of nursing, okay, they will require you to register with your IELTS. For some board of
Okay,
nursing, yes, they will require you to have IELTS to register. And for other board of nursing, you wouldn't need that at all. But the
oh,
critical point where you would actually really need your IELTS exam is when you're doing the visa screening. You can't do without your IELTS. You would
okay.
need that for your visa screening.
Okay, so in this case, are you going to advise viewers that they should have their IELTS before they comment?
I was saying they should wait. It's expires in 2 years, so you can do it before or after, depending on, I mean, your situation. Just look at which one would work for you, and then go with it.
Okay, so when it comes to job search, how easy did you find it? I know you've not fully relocated, but I know that you've definitely reached out to some employers.
Yeah, so for the job search, you can just go on Indeed, create an account on Indeed, or
Yeah,
just search agencies that sponsor international nurses, and then you
yeah.
see some agencies will pop up. Just apply, and then they'll set you up for an interview with the hospital. Then you're going to like go ahead, do your interview with the hospital, and then when you're done, yeah. So that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Okay. So I know you've definitely reached out, as I said. Can you give us a range, based on your qualification, like a range of how much you've kind of received from employers? Yeah, I like the money part.
Yes, so I think the range is varies. You can get offers that starts from as low as 32 to as high as 50 and plus. Okay. But
Okay.
I think it's easy to get like 38, 40, 42, 45, 46, depending on the states that you're working in. Yeah.
Okay. So with yourself, are you looking at getting a contract with an employer, or you want to do agency?
Well, if you I don't think you can do agency unless you're done with your contract, because if a
Okay.
hospital is filing for you, you will have to commit in some ways. If you're done with
Yeah.
your contract in say 2 years or 3 years, you can start doing the agency. Over here they call it travel nursing, and some travel
Okay.
nurses get like 3K to 4K per month. So like once
Yeah.
you're done with your contracts with the hospital, say in 2 or 3 years, then you can go ahead and then start whatever you want to do.
Okay. So assuming I'm in Ghana, I've been able to go through this process, or maybe I'm in the UK, I'm a diploma nurse, a psych nurse, or midwife, and I want to go through this process. Okay. Um, per the offer that you've actually received, are they able to support you when it comes to accommodation, helping you settle in anything like that, incorporated
Yes,
in
the
the
off yeah.
offer?
Yes, the offer comes with accommodation, some for 2 months, and I think they also do pay for your NCLEX, your IELTS, and other things. Your visa screening, if you have done that, they'll pay for your visa screening, IELTS, NCLEX, everything. Yeah, and they'll pay
Okay.
for your flights as well.
Oh, then that's good. That's good. Okay. I learned there is some sign up bonus of
Yeah,
$20,000.
yes, some people do receive sign up. Yeah, some people do receive that. Some of my friends have received like 20,000 sign on bonus, 15,000 sign on
Wow.
bonus. But I know every money comes with some level of commitment. So I don't
Yes.
know. But I didn't like. go for that
Go for
offer,
that.
because I wouldn't
Okay.
want to commit to. I wouldn't want to commit to a hospital for 5 years or more.
Yeah.
I don't know what that sign-on bonus comes with. I'm happy for
Yeah.
them, but for me, I'm
Okay.
not sure. Yeah.
So how long did it take you to finally get your license? Was it really stressful? How the duration?
So no, so once you pass your NCLEX, the board of nursing, I think in a week or two, they'll just send you your license.
Oh, then that's
They'll just mail your license to you. So I got my license when I was in the UK. They mailed it to my address.
Okay. So like what I wanted to know is from the beginning of the whole process, trying to get accreditation and also passing your NCLEX and then getting your license. Like, can someone use like 6 months?
Okay, so if you're trying to get your CS report, which is the first step, it takes like 3 months for them
Okay.
to do your course by course evaluation. That's the first step. The first step can
Okay.
take like roughly 3 months. If you want a rush service, it comes with an extra fee. Okay, so depending on
Yeah.
which organization you're using, you might have to pay more if you want it to be done quickly. So
Yeah.
that's 3 months, and then your board of nursing with their fingerprints and all that. Fingerprints can take like months. The
Okay.
fingerprinting can take a month, and piercing view can take like 2 weeks to get your ATT. So roughly, let's say 3 to 4 months or by say 5 months. But I think three
Okay.
to 4 months. It depends. It
It
depends. It
depends.
actually depends. It actually.
Okay. So this entire process, which part of the process was much stressful for you?
Okay, so first of all, I was stressed. I say this all the time. I was stressed because I really wanted to get my ATT. I was thinking to myself, I have paid all these monies. Like, if I don't get my ATT or if I don't get good reports, then all this money is gone. So that was the
Yeah.
stress that I had. But everybody knows that NCLEX preparation is
It's not
tough.
easy.
Like, yes. So yeah.
Yeah. So the English part. So that brings me to my next question. Okay. I want you to share some tips with my viewers, okay, how they can equally prepare for their English. Some of the apps that you use, some sites that you use that you think can equally beneficial to them.
So with my English preparation, I had Simple Nursing, I had UWorld, I had Archer Review. In fact, I spent money to buy all these question banks, but it was
Okay.
helpful because yes, I really wanted to pass, so I invested into it and I studied really hard. So
Okay.
yes, I do have a video on my channel where I have given
Okay.
all the tips and all the tricks that I used to pass my English. So if you're interested, just head to my channel and then watch the videos. You really enjoy it. And I think it really helps because it helped me. Like, my scores on actual went from 50 or 60 to 80. Like, anytime I did a
Wow.
test, I'll get like 80%. And my chances of passing was really high. So yeah.
That's good. Okay. Would you say being a nurse in the UK really helped you out a lot when it comes to English?
Yes, I think it really helped me because especially with the cost of the whole process, it's very
Yeah.
expensive if you're paying in dollars. So yeah,
Yeah.
but in the UK, I was working, so I could easily pay those fees. So yes, it did.
Okay.
But when it comes to like the NCLEX aspect, I don't think it really helped me because I'm doing like psychiatry in the UK, and this is like general nursing exams.
Yeah.
So I would say it really helped me. The medications, there were so many medications and things that I have to learn. Medications, lab values that I had to learn that I haven't like really used them in my field actually. So yeah, I had to like learn from the scratch.
Yeah. Okay. So which means that you're not going to practice as a general nurse, but not a psychiatric nurse.
Yes, so you can't practice as a psychiatric nurse because your license is going to be in registered nursing, which we call general
Okay.
nursing. So registered nursing, basically, you're going to work in med surg units and all that. But I know that with your license, I know if you do have like a bit of experience in psychiatry, you may be able to get a job in psychiatry because I was set up for interviews for hospitals with like be hospitals that have psychiatric unit, but I didn't want to do psychiatry anymore, so I didn't actually accept those offers. But there's the thing: you can't work as a psychiatric nurse. Take that out of your mind. If you want
Okay.
to like work as a psychiatric nurse and have and earn that title, psychiatric nursing, you'd have to go back to school and then do your master's in psych to get like the psychiatric nursing title. It's actually a master's course, so yeah.
Okay, so the same thing applies for a midwife. If a
Yeah.
midwife should pass their NCLEX, they are equally going to work as a general nurse
Mm-hmm.
in the US. Oh, okay, okay. The most important thing is that you are in your dream
Yes.
country and then you can always further your education. Okay, dear. It was really lovely chatting with you. Any final words for my viewers? That is very, very important.
Okay, so just keep fighting, okay? If you want something, just keep fighting, keep working hard, and keep praying. God will surely make it happen for you. And if you also want information, as I said earlier, if you want information about tips and tricks that I use to pass my NCLEX, you can head to my channel. I have all the information there. And then, yes, it will be helpful.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much, Ida. I know we have lots of diploma nurses looking to travel to US, so I think this is a very great opportunity. So please, as Ida said, let's keep fighting. We're not backing out. We are going to our dreamland. Yes. Thank you all so much, and thank you, Ida, as well. Once again, this is the end of today's video. I trust that this video has been of great benefit to each and every one of you. Please keep sharing my videos to your friends as well. If you belong to any WhatsApp group, any Telegram page, or any other social media platform, remember to share with your friends. If you want to join my Telegram page, I'm actually going to leave the link to under the description of this video as well. Okay, to kind of help you out as well. I'm also going to leave the link to all the sites that Ida also mentioned to also help you out and make it very easy for you. Thank you all for always passing through. See you all soon on my next video. Bye.